G'day guys, welcome back to Masterclass Monday. It's David from Be Skilled Be Fit. Today we're going to go on to our soccer kicking part 2. So some more dribbling and then into our laces kick and into our shooting. So we're going to go to the van, grab some gear and then we'll get started. So if you joined us for last week, we've got the same gear that we had last week. So remember our water bottle so we can stay hydrated. Got a couple of soccer balls, we've got some cones, I've got some little witches hats that we can use for some of the drills, but you can also just use old recycle bottles. Or some socks, some odd socks. Everyone's got odd socks lying around at home everywhere, so you can grab some of those to use for our different drills today. And I've also set up our old table sitting up on its side so we can rebound against that as well. You might be able to use the brick wall at home, side fence, something like that, but just check with your parents, check with the adults at home if that's an appropriate space for you to use. You might even be able to draw a target or something like that on it. So I'm sure you'll be able to work something out to be able to suit you and your circumstances to be able to do some of the skills that we've got here today. So we're going to do a quick warm up. Remember, we want to get all those kicking muscles nice and warm before we start doing that, and then we're going to get into the drills. So I'm just going to do a few side to sides. Okay, and then we're just going to run backwards, run forwards, and we'll just touch the ground, backwards, touch the ground, and forwards. Make sure we're using both hands to touch the ground. Left hand, and we'll go right hand, and then we go back, a few star jumps. Okay, and then what we did last week, just a few practice kicking. Remember, with our side foot, we're using the instep, so we want to do a few with our right foot, a few with our left. Remember, we want to be stepping in and kicking. We want to be coming to the ball all of the time, not waiting for it to come to us. If we do that, it's where someone else in a game is going to come and take it off us. And if we've got control, we don't want to walk back. Remember, we want to tap it forward, in and pass. Alright, so let's grab soccer ball. Remember last week we did our side foot, so we'll just have a little practice which will help with our warm up as well. Just side foot. Remember, we want to stop it with the side of our foot, tap it forward, side foot, tap it forward, side of the foot, tap it forward and step into it. And then we'll do a few with our left foot. Step, trap it, tap it forward. Remember, we want to be nice and light on our feet. And then to try one touch. Oh, that was a bit soft. Didn't come back hard enough. Okay, we'll do a few one touch. Whoa. Remember, stay on those toes and stop there. Okay, so just a quick little warm up, little revision of last week. Remember, we always want to be moving to the ball. We always want to tap the ball forward when we're going to do our next pass or our shot. Alright, so I'm just going to set up our first drill, which is going to be a dribbling drill, and then we'll get started. Okay, so for our first drill, which is going to be a dribbling drill, I've set up some recycle bottles that you can use. I've also got some socks up there to start, a couple of witches hats at the end, so you'll be able to find any of those sorts of things at your house to be able to set this drill up. Now, it doesn't matter if you've only got a small area. If you've got a small area, means you're going to have to work a bit harder to keep your skills really tight, keep the ball really close to be able to get in and out. If you've got a bit more space, you can spread it out a little bit further. It does make it a little bit easier, but maybe you try and go a little bit faster to compensate for that. So for our first drill, we're going to start up at the top. Remember, I'm just going to walk through to start with. Remember, little touches. We're going to go in and out of the bottles. Remember not to knock any bottles. And then in, and we can do a pull back to turn and stop. So remember, we're not using our toe. If I use my toe, it's going to go way away from me. So we want it nice and close so no one comes and takes it. So from here, little touches, we're going to go in. Remember, we can use our inside of our foot or our outside of our foot. So we'll go a little bit faster. Outside of the foot, inside of the foot. Outside of the foot, inside of the foot. Okay, and then we can try with our left foot. Outside, inside. Outside, inside, outside. Or we can try using both feet. So inside, 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 outside, inside. Okay? So I want you to give it a go. I want you to go 5 times. If you knock any of the bottles over or the cones or the markers over that you've put down, stand them up. Don't count that one. Got to have a nice clean run through and see how fast you can go. Okay. Remember to try and use both feet. Turn at the end. Little touches, keep it nice and close. One more. Remember to pick them up if you knock them down. And stop there. Okay, how did you guys go? Now remember, if it was really easy, make it faster. Go faster through there. Shorten your gaps. If you've got big gaps between your cones, if you've got lots of space to use, shorten your gaps and go faster. Keep it nice and close. Remember, in a game situation, if we can't stop the ball, turn the ball, do a pullback, anything like that at any time, someone else can come and take it off us. So keep it nice and close as we do that. Let's grab a quick drink and we'll go on to the next one. All right, so make sure you keep having a drink as we go. For our next drill, we're going to add another dribbling drill into it. So I'm just going to move all of the cones. We're going to use the same stuff again. I'm going to move them all around and then we'll get started into this one. Okay, for our next drill, we call this one Ghost Dribble. So we're going to start up in between our socks. You've got to dribble down, and this time you've got to knock the cones over with the ball. Now you can't come and knock it over with your foot. That's cheating. We've got to use the ball. So we want you to knock the ball down knock the bottle or the cone down, with the ball. And then when you've got them all done, pass it in the goal. If you haven't got a goal and you've got the rebound wall, like I've got the table, you can rebound it into the wall and try and hit that target, okay? So we'll go through nice and slow, show you what we're going to do, and then we want to try and pick up the speed. Okay, so remember, little touches, we're not using the toe, we want to keep it nice and close. Okay, so dribble, 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 that's it. We'll move over to another one, that's it. Little touches, keep it nice and close. Remember, we can do an outside turn. Whoa. Inside turn. One more. Turn, knock it down, and then shoot. Okay, inside of our pass into the goal or our target. Okay, so make sure we are knocking them down with the ball, not with our foot. Keep it nice and close. Okay, we're going to set them back up again. We'll try and go a little bit faster. All right. Okay, so remember, we want to try and go a little bit faster this time. We want to knock them down as quick as we can, pass it into the goal or pass it against our wall. Remember, we want to use right foot, left foot, inside turn, outside turn, not the front of our shoe, because we want to keep it nice and close. Okay, ready, set, go. Little touches, keep it nice and close. That's it, little touches. And in. Okay, give that one a go. Spread them out, try and be quick in between the cones. That's it. Nice sharp turns when you get to them. Knock them down with the ball and then turn, pass it in the goal. or your target. So give that a go. Set them up, spread them out. If you're going really well and you've got someone else at your house that can help you, maybe get them to chase you. Have a little bit of a head start. Get them to chase you and try and tip you. Try and knock them all down and then shoot before they get you. Pretend it's like a game situation. So give that one a go. That one's Ghost Dribble. Great fun game. Another alternative you could do with this one, variation, is if there's two of you, you could have different colour bottles standing up or different colour cones. Two people can go through, try and knock down their own ones, and then pass it in the goal and see who gets there first. See how you go with that. Have lots of fun with that one. Okay, I'm going to move this stuff out of the way, and then I'm going to go on to our laces kicking and our shooting. Okay, so I moved our cones and our drink bottles and things from our Ghost Dribble drill, and now let's go on to our laces kicking. So remember last week, we stood back, feet together, hands by our side, we stepped and then passed. Remember, we've got to step up onto that front foot. Really important so that we're balanced, so that then we can kick with our other foot. So we've got to step up onto our non-kicking foot, eyes down over the ball. Okay, we don't want to be looking at the target. Okay, when we're coming in to shoot, we look up to the target first, and then our head down is over the ball when we're passing. So look to your target, then concentrate on the ball when you're doing your passing and your shooting. So this time with our laces, we start the same. Feet together, hands by our side. Going to step next to the ball. Remember, step up onto that non-kicking foot. This time I'm going to keep my toe pointed down, and I'm going to hit it right where my shoelaces are. Now, some of you, I've heard this before, say, I don't have shoelaces, I've got Velcros. You know where your shoelaces go. You know if they're Velcros. Even if you've got slip-ons, we're hitting on the top of our foot. We hear that all the time. Okay, so remember, we're going to step, toe pointing down. Now, just to make it a little bit easier, you might be able to put it up on something. So just to make the first couple a little bit harder so you don't feel like you're going to kick the ground, I've just set it up on a cone. Okay, we obviously can't run around with a cone in a game and put it down. So we've got to get used to kicking it off the ground. But when we're just starting and we're learning and we're practicing to start with, it's a good idea. Then you don't need to worry about kicking the ground at all. Okay, so feet together, hands by my side. Remember, we're going to step first, and then we're going to kick with my toe pointing down. Okay, toe pointing down, kicking it on our shoelaces. And then as I follow through, my toe should be pointing straight towards my target. Okay, if we want to hit straight, toe follows through straight towards my target. Remember, I can use my arms to help me balance. So when I'm in this position, arms out to the side help me balance, toe pointing down, head down over the ball, and kick. Remember, if you don't have a really big area and you're rebounding off the wall, careful you don't kick it too hard or it's going to come flying back at you. So just watch that. Okay, so we'll go through again nice and slow. Feet together, hands by your side. So we're going to step up onto that non-kicking foot. Remember, we want to be leaning over the ball. If we're leaning back, it's going to go up in the sky and we're going to miss the goal. Okay, so head over the ball, arms out to help our balance, toe pointing down. Remember, as it comes back, we want to control it with our instep. We don't want to be putting our foot on it because then it's going to run underneath our foot many, many times. All right, so we'll have one more go, and then we're going to move the cone and we're going to do it down on the ground. So step, toe pointing down, control it when we come back. All right, we'll move the cone out of the way. All right, this time, it's exactly the same. Okay, so step next to the ball, up onto our non-kicking foot, leaning over the ball, head down. Let's use our hands for balance, and toe pointing down. Okay, so it's exactly the same. Make sure we're hitting it on our shoelaces. So step. Okay, let's have a practice with our other foot. Everything's exactly the same. Step next to the ball, toe pointing down. Toe pointing down. Remember, our arms are body position, our head down over the ball. So that's our laces kick. We get a lot more power with our laces kick because we can get right behind the ball and swing through nice and hard. Remember our follow through? I'm going to do it straight towards you guys. Our follow through is straight. Okay, so your toe's going to end up pointing towards your target. If you're shooting a goal, should be pointing straight into the corner of the goal, away from the goalie, so he can't get it. And then come up with a mad celebration. Okay, so I want you to practice your laces kick. I want you to practice from different distances if you've got the space. So kick it nice and hard. Remember our body position, head down over the ball, watching the ball, and our toe pointing down. As I said, if we lean right back, it's going to go up in the sky. I'm not kicking with my toe. If I kick with my toe, I can't control it. It goes shooting off everywhere, and it's not going to go into that top corner. All right, so I want you to practice your laces kick. All right, so I want you to do 5 for me. So step, toe pointing down. Remember, we can mix it up. We can use both feet. That's it. Remember, light on our feet. Remember how we want to trap it and control it when it's coming back. I think that's 4 because I've used my right foot, my left foot, my right foot, my left foot. Toe pointing down. Oh, off the edge of my foot. And we got it in the goal, not off the board. All right, so let me just adjust a couple of the things and then we'll go on to our next step. Okay, so on to our next drill. So this one, what we're going to do is we're going to pass off our rebound wall, and then we want to hit it first time with our laces. So in a game situation, we're running down the field as fast as I can, our teammate passes across to us, and we just hit it straight away with our laces into the top corner, and then we run around like Steven Gerrard. Okay, so let's give this a go. So remember all of our key points. We're going to step, we're going to pass, remember, up onto our non-kicking foot, pass, and then laces. Okay, we'll do that again. Okay, so remember, step onto our non-kicking foot, head down over the ball, pass, and then use our laces to kick in into the goal. Now, if you don't have a goal that you can put next to your rebound wall, you can just rebound it back off the wall. Just be careful, if you hit it really hard, it's going to come back fast. Or draw a separate goal next to your rebound wall if you can do that. Okay, so our non-kicking foot step, remember, pass, and then head down. Remember, where should our toe be facing? Straight at our target. So if the ball's coming in this way and I'm hitting that way, remember my toe's got to point towards the target. Let's grab the balls back and we'll have another go. Okay, we might want to mix it up. We might want to pass with our left foot, shoot with our right foot. We might want to pass with our right foot, shoot with our left foot. Depends which way the ball's coming to us. Okay, so we'll pass with our left foot and shoot with our left foot laces. All right, or pass with our left foot and shoot with our right foot laces. Okay, so we can mix it up. It just depends on which way the ball's coming to us. Right foot and right foot. All right, remember to keep our head down over the ball. We want to keep the ball down nice and low so we don't go shooting over the top of the goal. Give that a go. Increase your distances, increase your speed, increase how hard you hit it. We want to belt it as hard as we can, but remember, you just got to watch how much space you've got there. All right, I'm going to move some of this stuff, and we've got one more thing to finish up this week. Okay, so I've just moved some of our stuff. All we're going to do is just grab the soccer ball for this one. Okay, so remember a couple of weeks ago, we did our soccer juggling challenge, where we wanted you to keep it up for 10. So how did you go with that? Did you practice it? Have you been practicing? Have you gotten better? Okay, so what we want to do, we're just going to lead into that, and then also that's going to help us kicking out of our hands. So remember, we just want to kick down up to our hands. Okay, up to our hands. So right, remember, we want to use right foot and left foot. Remember, we're using our laces. If I use my toe, I'm not going to control it again. Okay, so on our laces. Okay, on our laces, we can kick up a bit higher. Okay, remember to let the ball drop down to you. I'm not trying to kick the ball up here with my foot. I'm letting the ball drop all the way down. Okay, so I'm not kicking it until the ball's lower than my knee. All right, down nice and low. Okay, so that's going to help us to get used to kicking the ball out of our hands like a goalkeeper, and also onto our rugby league balls, rugby union balls as well, that we're going to get onto in the next couple of weeks. So practice. Once you've had a few, you can then juggle a few. Give it a go. Thanks very much for joining in. We had a great time. Hope you learnt lots. We'll see you next time.